So if you really don't want to watch all of these 14 minutes, then you can just skip to the last 20 or 30 seconds to hear my final opinion of the album in a whole paragraph. And so you can just read that instead of watching the whole review where I in detail explain everything about the album. So yeah, I hope you have fun watching this, or I hope you have fun reading my general review. Living Things by Linkin Park. Album review. Hi, it's me, Vincent, and I'm doing a review of the Linkin Park album, which is called Living Things. And I was just going to say that just my expectations were that it was going to be terrible from what I had heard from Burn It Down. And when I heard Burn It Down, I was like, are you kidding me? This is the new song? I'm like, no. Then I heard the rest of the album, and I was much more happier than I thought I was going to be. And the album is not their best necessarily, but it seems like they've kind of completed the circle of Linkin Park. And it's like they were on this long journey the whole time. And with Hybrid Theory, it started the most energetic album. Then they had Meteorite. I was also still at the top of Linkin Park's game, but not exactly on Hybrid Theory level. And then they had Minutes to Midnight, which was also great. A little more calmer, but that was a little more calm though, Minutes to Midnight. Then they had 1,000 Suns, where they were in a car and they crashed. Basically, for me, that's what 1,000 Suns sounds like. And so this album is that they crashed, but through this crash they kind of got a new road, and this road is leading them back to where they originally were, and that's exactly what this album sounds like. If I can make an analogy, it's like comparing Alien. Like is like Prometheus is to Alien as Living Things is to Hybrid Theory. That's a very good analogy, I think. Overall, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. And so the album has, of course, it's bad things. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 really great songs, and then there's like 2 that are good, and all the other ones are mediocre or bad. It's very mixed bag with this album. But of course, positive things again, the good songs outweigh the bad ones, which is good. And surprisingly, some songs are actually pretty unoriginal, which especially Roads Untraveled. That sounds like I've heard that before, but yeah. And so another negative thing is that these songs usually lack the central energy that most Linkin Park songs have, but it seems like this is more intended. Like this album is more like you're supposed to listen to it. You're not really supposed to dance to it or just rock out to it. You're supposed to listen to it and just be like, and it still lacks that energy. And yeah, and so sometimes like the lyrics. Yeah, they've been a lot better than this. Like the lyrics, I didn't exactly listen to them, but like sometimes 1,000 Suns had better lyrics than this album. Seriously, but so but also the main theme of this album is, as the title suggests, living things. And if you look at the titles of the songs, Tinfoil, Until It Breaks, Powerless, Castle of Glass, it's about how human beings are so vulnerable and brittle and easy to break, and how we are alive. We have souls. We all are unique and stuff. But the album doesn't really mention this in every song. It doesn't really mention this in this text a lot. But it does in musical elements. It does have a lot of common things. It has this thing where at the downbeat where the snare goes dit 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 dit. Like, it sounds like the DJ's playing it over again and just go dit 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 like that. Or it has this also really, really distorted guitar that it doesn't sound bad, it actually makes it kind of has this authentic thing that Linkin Park always had, except they turned it to an extreme in this album, this distorted guitar. And surprisingly, of course, the guitar is back compared to 1,000 Suns where there was no guitar at all, what I thought. And another negative thing is that this album kind of lacks the rapping of Mike Shinoda. I just forgot his name, but I mean, when he does rap, it's really cool. Actually, it's like the rapping. It's like he can't be any different. He's kind of stuck on Wretches and Kings kind of style. You can kind of tell. And yeah, that's my general overview. And if you want to keep watching, I'm gonna go in detail about every single song and kind of discuss every single song. Yeah. So if you've not listened to the album, you can go on YouTube and listen to the songs that I mentioned. Then you'll be slightly confused by what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first song, which is "Lost in the Echo," which is it's my second favorite song of the album. It's really great. It's like Wretches and Kings, kind of like a third of Wretches and Kings, a third of One Step Closer. It has that epic guitar and something completely new that you've never really heard from Linkin Park before, but it sounds like Linkin Park. And so it's epic, and like it has this synthesizer when Mike Shinoda's rapping, like you first hear Mike Shinoda rapping, and it's the synthesizer. It's like, you know, those bells on a bicycle. It sounds like that, but it's cool. And also the singing by Chester Bennington is also really cool, except he's like singing the chorus and it's really awesome, and then he says, "Deep Eagle," and you're just like, what the fuck? But it's still cool. And so that's pretty much my favorite song. And then In My Remains comes, which sounds practically exactly like Burn It Down, except that In My Remains is much better than Burn It Down, that piece of crap. Except it has like the same drum kit as Burn It Down, it has the same tempo. It's on a different scale, I think, but it has the same, like, exact same note structure. But it's also good to listen to, kind of a typical Linkin Park sound. And then Lies, Greed, Misery was another one of my favorites. It has that, like, a shudder guitar in the beginning. It sounds kind of happy. Like, this song, to me, this song has a face, if you know what I mean. So what I mean is, this song has a face is that it's like, Lies, Greed, Misery, this is its face. It's like a really happy kid, and then it starts screaming like an adult, which is really freaky, but that's what this song looks like to me. And so, yeah, this Living Things, it also has calm elements of Living Things, which is like the distorted guitar, and then the shudder, and the boom, 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 which also started in 1,000 Suns, but wasn't really fully developed. And then there's the next song is I'll Be Gone. I'm not going to review Burn It Down because that is a piece of crap. And I'll Be Gone it's like What I've Done. It's a little, like the song What I've Done, it's a kind of like the collaboration that Chester Bennington did with Dead by Sunrise. If you know that album, it's okay. But that's a very typical Linkin Park sound. And it sounds like straight out of Minutes to Midnight, like literally. And then there's Castle of Glass, and all of a sudden the style of the album completely changes into this like road movie cowboy style music. And I was a little disappointed in that. I mean, it still sounded good, but I was like, I don't know, I hope this is just for one song, and I was disappointed by that. It continued with the next 3, and then so Castle of Glass is okay. It started off like what was it called? The Catalyst, and that was cool. The beginning was cool, and the rest was just like mediocre. And then comes Victimized. That is the worst song of the album. That is terrible. It's this. I mean, this is down to opinion practically. It's this heavy rock sounds like Victimized. It sounds like that, and that's not good. That's terrible. It's the worst Linkin Park song by far. It's worse than Blackout. It's terrible. And then comes Roads Untraveled. That's kind of it's better. And Wait a sec. Yeah, Roads on Travels is it's okay. It's like these chords from Victimized, Roads and Travels, and the sounds and the song after that are all kind of sound really similar. These chords, they sound like da 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 bam 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 bam, like kind of a cheesy bridge, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't really suit Linkin Park, and they've never really done that, but they did in this album, and it doesn't really work, but fine. And yeah, this Roads and Travel song sounds like kind of like he's Chester Bennington sitting in the truck with a guitar and singing, "Life goes on the roads that are in travel. Life goes on," like that. It's nice to listen to. And then comes Until It Breaks, which is actually a really cool rap song. But after about 2 minutes, it just starts becoming stupid, and the beat kind of just like dies. And the song sounds like it was, you know, that scene in The Matrix where what's her name? The woman comes to Neo and she's like, "Follow the bunny," or something like that. So he follows the bunny, and they're like in this disco, and it sounds like that song would be playing there. Of course it isn't, but it just sounds like it. It also sounds very identical to Wretched the Kings, except this is a more bigger bass. And yeah, but during the song, it kind of like just like into something bad, because it just like the beat becomes unclear and inconsistent, and it's just like, what's going on? Where's the rhythm? What happened? And then it just kind of dies, and then Tinfoil happens, and that's an interlude to the next song, and the next song is the best song of the album by Worlds. If I can say this in German, the next song, which is called Powerful. Das ist einfach Welten besser. Der Song ist der Hammer und ist geil. Tinfoil is kind of an interlude between Powerless, which is in 7/8 time signature, my favorite time signature. And it's in this, it sounds like it's from a movie, and I can't remember for which movie it's from. Is it Transformers 3, or what movie is it? I forgot. But it already is a movie which is called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Hunter, not Humper. And so I was a little disappointed by the fact that a song as great as that was in a movie as crap as that. And I think the song deserved a better movie than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And so, yeah. And so, unlike all the other songs in the past 5 years of Linkin Park, this song actually has a guitar solo in the end, which I was really happy about. Like, finally, a guitar solo, finally! And so, I was really happy with that. And so it also has this really, like, the piano sounds like, what is it called? The song starts with an I, and it's from 1,000 Suns. And it's in Transformers 3. Iridescent. Yeah, so the piano sounds like Iridescent, except more mysterious, but also depressed. And this song is absolutely great. It's not really a rock song, but you can just like feel the energy that it has. And this is just the most typical Linkin Park song. It's up there along with Paper Cut and What I've Done and stuff. It's great. That's gonna be the new hit after Burn It Down, I hope. And so yeah, that's my my Linkin Park album review. I really liked it. The album it had its downside. The Road movie song. I hope they don't do that in the next album. And yeah, for the fact that they spent 1.5 years on this album is absolutely incredible, because it's quality for that. The fact that it's only they only spent 1.5 years on this album. And so I really like this, and I hope you like my review. So wait for more videos of mine to come, and so yeah, peace out.